The first time I saw 83, I was reading a letter my father never sent. He died when I was 7. Cancer. The kind that eats you from the inside and leaves a shell. My mother kept everything. Shoe boxes full of receipts, birthday cards, grocery lists, and one letter, unsent, unaddressed. The envelope said only, "For when she's old enough." I was 33 when I found it. The letter was short, 2 paragraphs. My father's handwriting was shaky, weakened by the treatments. He wrote about loving me, about being proud, about wishing he could see me grow up. And then, at the bottom, a number, 83. No explanation, just the number. I read the letter again, 83. I turned it over. Nothing. I looked at the envelope. Nothing. I asked my mother. She didn't know. She'd never seen the letter. She'd never known he'd written it. I put it back in the shoebox. I tried to forget. The number followed me. Not on clocks, not on receipts. In the spaces. I'd be walking down the street and I'd feel a pull, a pressure. I'd look at my watch. It would be 8:03, but not the time. The numbers would freeze. 8:3. And then they'd fade. And then the world would feel different, thinner. Like I was walking on ice that could crack at any moment. The dreams started that week. I was in a house, not my house, my father's childhood home. I'd seen pictures. A farmhouse in Iowa, white clapboard, a porch that wrapped around. In the dream, the house was empty. The furniture was gone. The walls were bare, but the floor was covered in letters, thousands of them, all unsent, all addressed to me. I picked one up. It was blank. I picked up another, blank, all of them blank, except for the number, 83, written in the corner, every single one. I walked through the house. The rooms were empty. The windows were dark. At the end of a long hallway, a door, not a bedroom door, a small door, like a crawl space. The number 83 was painted on it in red. I opened the door. Behind it was not a crawl space. It was a room, a small room. In the center of the room, a desk. On the desk, a letter. The letter, my father's letter, the one I'd read 100 times. But this time the words were different. The letter said, "I'm not dead. I'm 83. I've been 83 since the day you were born." 83 is the number of the waiting, the number of the between. I'm in the between life and death, between father and memory, between the man who left and the man who stayed. I'm here, in this house, in this room, in this number. Come find me. I woke up gasping. My sheets were soaked. My heart was pounding. 83 beats per minute. I counted. 83, 83, 83. I drove to Iowa. I hadn't been there since I was a child. The farmhouse was still standing, abandoned. The windows were boarded up. The porch was sagging, but the door was unlocked. I walked inside. The smell was old, dust and mouse droppings and something else, something sweet, like the flowers they put on caskets. The house was just like the dream, empty, bare, letters on the floor. I walked down the hallway. The small door was there. The red paint had faded to pink. The number 83 was barely visible. I opened the door. The room was still there. The desk, the letter. I picked it up. The words had changed again. "You're close," it said. 83 is not a place. It's a distance. The distance between the living and the dead. The distance between a father and his daughter. The distance between a promise and a lie. I've been traveling that distance for 8,300 days, 83,000 hours, 83 million heartbeats. And now you're here. Now you can close the distance. If you're willing to pay the toll. I asked the letter what the toll was. The words shimmered, rearranged themselves. 83 seconds. That's how long you have to stay. In this room, with the door closed, in the dark. If you last 83 seconds, you'll see me. If you leave early, you'll never find me again. I looked at the door. It was still open. I could leave. I could go back to my life. Forget the number. Forget the letter. Forget my father. I closed the door. The darkness was absolute. Not the darkness of a room with no lights. The darkness of a room, the kind of darkness that has weight, that presses against your eyes, that fills your lungs. I counted. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I heard a sound. Breathing. 9. Not mine. 7, 8, 9. Breathing was close. Right behind me. 10, 11, 12. I felt a hand on my shoulder. Cold. Thin. 13, 14, 15. The hand turned me around. 16, 18, I couldn't see anything, but I could feel a face. Inches from mine. 19, 20, 21. The breath was on my cheek. The smell was sweet, the smell of funeral flowers. "Hello, my girl," the voice said. My father's voice. Younger than I remembered. Stronger. I wanted to speak. I couldn't. I could only count. 22, 23, 24. "I've been waiting for you," he said. "Not in heaven, not in hell, in the between. The number 83 is the address, the place where fathers go when they die before they're done. I'm not done. I have things to tell you, things I couldn't write in a letter." 25, 26, 27. "Your mother lied to you. Not about me dying, about how I died. It wasn't cancer, it was a choice. I chose to leave. I chose the between, because I couldn't bear to watch you grow up. Not because I didn't love you, because I loved you too much. I knew I would ruin you, with my fear, my anger, my weakness. So I left. I took the number. I took the between, and I've been here ever since, watching from a distance. Counting the days. 8,300, 83,000, 83 million. 28, 29, 30. The hand on my shoulder tightened. The breath grew warmer. The smell changed, from flowers to something else, something familiar. The smell of his cologne, the one he wore on Sundays, the one I'd buried my face in at his funeral. "I'm not asking for forgiveness," he said. "I'm asking for understanding. The between is not a punishment. It's a gift of time, time to watch, time to wait, time to hope. I've been hoping you would come, and now you're here. You can stay. You can join me in the between, or you can go back. But if you go back, you'll forget. You'll forget this room, this darkness. You'll live your life, and you'll never know that I'm still here, watching, waiting, hoping." 31, 32, 33. I wanted to stay. I wanted to see him, to touch him, to hear his voice say my name. But I had a girl who needed me, a little girl who would be 7 soon, the same age I was when he left. I couldn't do to her what he did to me. I couldn't choose the between. I couldn't choose the distance. "I have to go," I said. My voice was a whisper, but he heard the hand on my shoulder squeezed, then released. "I know," he said. "That's why I'm proud of you. That's why I wrote the letter. Not to bring you here to remind you that you're not me. You're stronger, you're braver, you're better. Now go. Before the 83 seconds are up, before the door closes, go. And don't look back." 34, 35, 36. I turned. I felt for the door. My hands found the knob. It was cold. I turned it. The door opened. Light flooded in. I stepped through. The hallway was there. The letters on the floor, the empty rooms. I walked. I didn't look back. I walked out of the house. I walked to my car. I drove home. The whole way I counted, not the seconds, the miles. 83 miles, exactly. From the farmhouse to my front door. That was 10 years ago. I haven't seen the number 83 since. Not on clocks, not in dreams, not in the spaces. The number is gone, but my father isn't. I feel him sometimes, in the quiet moments, in the between of waking and sleeping, in the spaces between my daughter's laughter and my own. He's there, watching, waiting, hoping. I don't tell people this story. They wouldn't believe it. They'd say I was grieving, that I imagined it, that the number was just a coincidence. Maybe they're right. Maybe I never left that room. Maybe I'm still there, in the dark, counting. But my daughter is 17 now. She's strong, she's brave, she's better. And when she asks about her grandfather, I tell her the truth. Not the cancer story, the real story. The one about the number, the between, the choice. She doesn't laugh. She doesn't cry. She just nods. And then she asks, "What's my number?" I hope she never finds out. I hope she never sees a number on a letter or a wall or a clock. I hope she never has to choose between the living and the dead. I hope she lives in the world, not in the between. But I know the number finds everyone. Eventually, it finds the fathers and the daughters, the mothers and the sons. It finds the ones who stay and the ones who leave. It finds the ones who count and the ones who forget. 83 is not a curse. It's a crossroads, a place where roads divide, where choices are made, where distances are measured. You have a number too. You might not know it yet, but it's there, in the back of your mind, In the pit of your stomach, in the spaces between your heartbeats, it's waiting for the right moment, for the right question, for the right choice. When it comes, don't be afraid. Open the door, step into the dark, count the seconds, and then decide stay or go. The number doesn't care. It just watches, it just waits, it just hopes. Like my father, like me. Lady 3, it's not an ending. It's a beginning of a conversation, a connection, a chance. Don't waste it.